Welcome to week 38. This is it. No more pushing it back, boys. One of you will not get to do content with me next season. We're going to try and figure out who it's going to be.
Who invited him? Who invited this guy?
I've turned up behind enemy lines.
That's the real prize.
Oh, yeah, one of you will still be in the Premier
League. That's the real prize. Whoever goes down, don't.
All of a sudden, there's an incentive.
Exactly. There's a bit of a silver line going down now.
You're all smiling now. You're all smiling. Make sure you've liked. Make sure you subscribed. Make sure you check out everyone's channel and show some love there. And check out OK Jerseys as well. You can get your shirts for 15 quid. And go get them now in time for the World Cup.
Code Dickyton.
Why isn't your code, by the way, West Ham Fan TV or something? You absolute arrogant prick. Anyway, before we get started, boys, we're down here in North London. I think it's only fair, as the panel here, would we like to congratulate the champions of England, Arsenal? You know, big up. So,
don't start with all of that.
I will.
Yeah, go on.
Congratulations, boys. Congratulations.
Would you guys like to say a word to your fellow neighbours and just congratulate them and thank them for a great season?
This is a relegation show. It doesn't concern them.
I just thought where we are here, you know, in North London, it'd be worth it.
Where is the PGMOL based in North London? Are they based?
Exactly.
You'll see them on the bus parade.
That's who I want to congratulate. Well done to the PGMOL.
Did you see before we get into that, did you see the video of how many fucking things they got away with?
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you after.
It's like a never-ending
I've seen it all season.
7-minute compilation of
She's
everything.
subject for you like this, huh?
Zero penalties. Gabriel should have been sent off 5 times this season.
Yeah.
Well done, Wolf. You brought us together.
Yeah, well done.
I thought I'd find common, ground before we get into the stuff. So yeah, everyone here wants to big up Arsenal. Anyway, let's get on with this, boys, because you lost and you lost. Both your teams are shit. Can either of you get a point and get over the line this weekend? Let's have a little reflection on last week. I kind of want to start with you boys, because I've seen a lot of crying on the Chelsea game. You guys were there doing a crying vlog again, and the world is against us and everything. But you got to admit, you were rubbish, boys. I think you had like a 10-minute period at the start where you looked
rubbish,
decent.
but I don't think Chelsea were anything special either.
My B team beat
They
them,
were
mate.
bad.
Chelsea was shit.
You should have put your B team out like we did.
I think we started the game well, but the same thing happens every week. We go 1-0 down and we shit the bed. From that point on till the end of the first half, we were crap. Kolo Muani does his best Kolo Muani impression. He is terrible. Just plays Cole Palmer for one goal, and it was game done by then. Late rally at the end, but yeah, you're right. We weren't good enough. That's the reality.
But we should have had a penalty.
I knew that was coming. I knew it would be you that was
penalty. Come on, you agree. How does the referee, with the ball in play, blow to stop for a foul, book Kukureya for fouling one of our players in the box, yet he doesn't give a penalty?
Well,
Can you explain that to me? Explain it.
The explanation is it wasn't in play.
But
when
it was
started.
in play.
I know that. You know that.
That's what I'm saying. So
listen,
the explanation doesn't make sense.
I said this a couple of weeks ago with the Arsenal stuff. If we drop out this league, that would be the best thing for your state of mind. Is to drop out and not have to see that shit every week, because it's getting worse and worse and worse. I agree with you. That's the penalty. That's the penalty. That's Stonewall penalty.
I want to hear Wolfie say it.
It's week in, week out, isn't it? Yeah. Week in, week out.
You want my take on it?
Yeah, well, it's a penalty.
I don't give a shit.
So was it a penalty?
And I'll tell you.
I didn't ask if you cared. I'm asking.
Let me give you some context behind it. When I was crying about the 3 penalties that weren't given to Forest against Everton a season or 2 ago, where were your videos and outrage for that?
Something that happened 2 years
No.
ago.
I'll tell you why. Ask me who the ref was.
I don't care who the ref was.
Stuart Twatwell.
2 years
Who
ago.
was your ref in that Chelsea game?
Oh, mate.
Stuart Twatwell.
Was it a penalty or not? Yes or no?
I didn't see it.
Yes, you did.
Come on.
I didn't see it.
I just took it when they said it weren't in play because it happened off. It was happening before they blew the whistle, didn't it? Because it was on the corner, right?
Yeah.
But he only blew the whistle once the corner had been taken.
Yeah, but the incident started before the corner.
But it hadn't ended.
Well, what's the rule?
What's
the rule?
Yeah. I don't know what the rule is.
Exactly. So if you don't
the rule isn't if an incident starts before the ball's in play, then you go to the start of it.
Let's be honest.
If a foul's outside the box, it drags into the penalty box. They give a penalty because it ends in the box.
Let's be honest. No one fucking knows the rules. And this is the issue. They don't even fucking know them. They make them up as they go along. I agree with these boys. I actually agree. And to be honest with you, I was quite hoping that it would be over the other day because I was so downtrodden what I saw on Sunday. I was thinking, just get the point done, and then we can go to on Sunday and then get it all done. But it's a penalty. It's a fucking penalty.
Do you agree, Dan?
I think personally, if it did start before the whistle was blown, obviously if he would have seen that, right, he wouldn't have blown the whistle. They didn't notice it until after the fact that he's blown the whistle, right? It's like a false start. You know what I mean? It's the same
play
thing.
was live. He took the corner.
Yeah, but what are you saying? Are you saying penalty or not?
I just think
He knows it was a penalty.
Spurs didn't deserve to lose that game. Spurs were the second best team.
I
in
agree with
game.
that. I agree with
At
that.
the end of the day, they had a chance to play a Chelsea team that had been poor. They had a chance to go and insert themselves in this game. They had that little 10-minute spell and then just faded. Just faded out of the game.
But at the end of the game, we were decent as well. Like, we scored the goal, potentially could have got more with the better decisions on the pitch.
Yeah, you had that, but then that's always the case. We do it all the time. It's like, oh, quick time's running out. We better start.
We done it on Sunday.
Yeah, when it's too late, like, and it's just, you know, where was that earlier? And that's what I say to ourselves, like, don't start giving it all now when there's minutes left to go.
I think if it's a draw in that game, nobody's complaining about the way both teams played. Because I think both teams were shit. It was two shit teams coming up against each other.
Yeah,
They were, but you know, this is the relegation battle, boys. You got to deal with these things as they come. I mean,
Yeah, we had a chance to put it to bed, didn't we? We had a chance to make sure there was no doubt about who was going to be in the Premier League next season, and we failed, and we screwed up the opportunity. If we would have beaten Leeds, if we would have gotten a draw, this would all be done by now.
yeah, but your problem's your attack, Sim. Your
I know,
attack is
I know.
so bad. Like, just tell at the end there with that cross that goes straight to the keeper.
What about the one that just bounces off his head into the keeper's arms?
Oh, mate.
he's so bad.
What about Moani?
Moani, that cross that went out of play.
Moani got an assist. Oh,
No, he didn't.
It was for the Chelsea
Yeah, it was-
goal, but he got
Oh,
he
the
got an
Chelsea
assist.
goal.
That's got to be the worst front three in the league. Easy. Like,
It's so
tell
bad, look.
Richarlison, Moani.
Yeah, but you got to remember, all our attackers are injured. They're playing every game,
Here we
every
go.
minute as
Here we go,
well.
the
So
injuries.
I feel for them a bit. Like they're being forced to play every single minute. We got no rotation. We can't
If
bring
our
them
star
any
man
more.
was fit, we wouldn't be in this
What's
position.
happened?
We
Who's
all
your
know
star
that.
man?
We all know if our star man was fit.
Who's
we
your
wouldn't be
star
in
man?
By the way, right,
Mohamed
Nicky, do
Kudus.
you remember I spoke about Nicky's conspiracy theory, right? About Kudus basically he's not up for it. Well, there was something that I heard that gave a little bit of credence to Nicky's conspiracy
Because
theory.
I told you.
Apparently, he is going to be available for the World Cup.
No, I heard he's having
No,
surgery. and
he
out for the
wasn't even
World Cup.
selected
He's
for
not
the
taking
squad.
surgery. That's what
I don't think
know.
it's been
That's what
announced
I-
yet, the Ghana team, but he's
Well,
out
I
for the
don't
World
know.
Cup.
I don't-
Listen to me now. If he would have come back 10 games ago and he'd have been in this position, he'd have been sitting there hiding the same as the rest of them.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that
he's
now.
not the guy you
He's
want.
not the guy you want when you're down there. Believe me.
But
I'll take him over Moani.
Because everybody
I'll give you that
everybody was
one.
sitting there.
Even injured, I'd be playing him
He
injured.
wasn't in it
Everybody
at
was
West
sitting there.
Ham. Tottenham is all he wanted.
Let's see how much he wanted it after. How much he actually wanted it after Sunday. 'Cause I'm sure he'd be fucking on his
Let's
phone
see how much you
right
want in
now.
the championship.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, and I hear this every week, Spurs fans. You know, the injuries. The reality is, you've got the players you've got, right?
Because of the injuries, yeah.
Because of the injuries. But when we talk about what you can potentially do, whether you can step, whether you can beat Everton, like the injuries, no one's going to feel sorry for you. Everton aren't going to go, oh, they've got
100%.
injuries, let's take it
100%.
easy. Yeah, so when we say how bad your front three is, you can say, well, it's because of injuries, but that's what you've got to try and get you to
Our
win the
front
games.
three is the front three that we got,
Yeah.
but we're 2 points above you going into the last game.
Yeah, that's because our manager is a massive bottle job.
He's bellend.
I've never, like, we call you bottle job, and you've been bottle jobs because you should have killed us off ages ago. But at the same time, we've had our chances to not only put you down there, but we've also had a chance to pull away from Spurs. And we've
We've both had
Palace.
chances. We've both had chances. We've both had chances. And every time we both get a chance, we seem to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me sit there and think, this Sunday, I don't think either of us are going to fucking win.
You're both going to lose.
We're just going to go down by default. So,
Probably.
Well, before we jump to that, let's touch on your game. Your game, I think, was worse than theirs.
it's bad. It's bad.
I don't. That first 20 minutes, I was watching, thinking, "Are you guys thinking you're safe? Are you playing a pre-season friendly here?" It was horrific.
It was-
And in the way casually Hermansen bowls it out, and you gift him a goal as well. Like, what was going on? Where was the fight, man? And what was with the formation?
It wasn't now. And that's what I'm saying. It goes into a fucking massive game like that. and he's trying something different. We're on the 37th fucking game of the season, and he don't know the fucking formation he wants to play. And I've been the biggest defender of the geezer since he came here. I've been the biggest defender of him. Give him a chance. Let him see what he's got. Especially when he came along in the Brentford and he's playing a right back at left back and a left back at right back, and people going to me, what's he doing? This geezer's crazy. I'm going, there's a method to his madness. Let him get on. There ain't no method to his madness. He's a fucking idiot.
You let him cook and he burnt the house down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's happened.
Exactly. Like going into that game. Listen, I understand you have to go into that game against Arsenal. We played very well against Arsenal. We should have got a good point against Arsenal, but that's a different story for a different day. But this ain't fucking Arsenal. This is fucking Newcastle, who haven't fucking won for God knows how long. Just started picking up form again, and he goes with a formation like that in a game we have to win. We've got no choice. We ain't got chances to sit there and get fucking draws now. We have to win these fucking games. And he starts inverting the centre backs. He starts fucking playing. Wan-Bissaka came back in, he's been absolutely fucking dog shit all season. Then Wilson goes up front, and the only two people that have been anything decent this season, Tatty and fucking Pablo, he leaves them out completely.
You like it, Pablo?
Yeah,
Mate, it's the work rate.
Yeah,
it's the work rate. He hassles and he.
That was the main thing. Tatty to get left out of the game. I think
It's ridiculous.
The thing is, we
you
need
saw as
goals.
soon as he came on.
I agreed with leaving Pablo out, right? I wanted Wilson to start, but I didn't want him to start as a lone striker. You play him and Tatty, keep the same.
With five at the back and no
5 at the
midfield.
back.
It's.
But we spoke just before the match, and that's what you said. You said Wilson's going to be isolated. Remember we spoke just before?
Yeah, we did. I said he's going to, and that's exactly what happens. And in 20 minutes in, when a manager has to change it, because it's like, you know you've fucked up spectacularly.
In a game of that magnitude.
It's too
as
late,
well,
too
it's
little, too late.
ridiculous.
Same all year. Too little, too fucking late.
You need manager and managers be brave. And I've said this to Wolfie, and out of everyone in this relegation battle, we're the only one with a negative manager. We're the only team in this relegation battle with such a negative manager. You've got De Zerbi, Leeds, Fark, they've been playing the two up top, been going for games. And us, we've got a guy that first thought is don't lose. It's like, well, this is a must-win, mate. So a point's not good enough.
This is what
That's
I'm not
what Wolfie
understanding.
said you need in a relegation battle. You said you
No, you
needed
do.
a manager like Nuno in a relegation battle.
You needed that like 10 years ago when that was football's evolved like past that. That's just not the way.
No, you do need it in certain games, but this is the bit I don't understand. Where I look at it going into that game, I think we'll all agree you're not catching the goal difference up. So losing to Newcastle 1-0 or 10-0 isn't going to make a difference on the thing. That's why I didn't understand why he went with that negative mindset. Go with the back four, get two up front, and just attack them. We played Newcastle the week before. They were okay. Like Bruno coming back made them look better, but they had gaps. We ended up drawing with them, and we've got injuries as well, boys. You know, but. It was like, I was just shocked at the first 20 minutes. It was so lethargic from you, and I'm like, this is your second last chance to save it.
And it's happened so many times. The first 20 minutes, don't know what we're
You
doing.
can talk about tactics and selection for this game, but your away form for the last 3 or 4 weeks has been dreadful. I said it to you in the show last week, you know. I was like, I couldn't see you winning at Newcastle because of that away form.
But that's the mindset. Oh, we're the away team, so we have to go
At home,
and be
you've been good.
defensive. Yeah, because it's like at home you're expected to be a little bit more on the front foot, but away, you know, it's like we're away.
We're the
okay.
opposite.
Yeah. We could get a point away. That's a good point. There are no good points anymore. Palace was not a good point, and he's gone with an approach. If you go for a win and you get a draw, even if we did get a draw, right? You look at it, and it wouldn't be good.
Makes no difference.
But we'd be in a slightly better position though, because it
Oh,
gives us
yeah,
another
actually.
scenario of like we win and you draw against.
it would have made a
Everton.
big
It'd give us an
difference,
extra scenario. But when he goes for a draw, right, and I'm sure in his mind he thought he could win with that, but essentially with that setup, you're going for a draw, you get a loss. And he's played a formation. We've never won. Every single time he's played that formation, we have not
Lost.
won a game.
Or
How do you
drew.
do that in a must-win game? That's why, no matter what,
He's got to go.
he's got to go. I'm tired of these.
But what's going on with Bowen? Because in this lead up, in this run in, you know, he hasn't been there. I can't
All
remember
season.
any game.
I'd say all season.
I mean, no, you say all season. I was looking at some of the stats. He's got 18 goal contributions. So I was like,
Stats are very. They don't tell the story.
But he takes your set pieces and stuff.
yeah, but he hasn't had any goal contributions in the last however long.
That's the problem.
He's the one that you need to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, and he's not doing it.
He started really hot at the beginning of the season, right? And he was on that run. Then he sort of drifted out. He's got a few assists, but he hasn't scored since January. And then there's been like a few assists here or there. So it is misleading when you go, oh, he's got all these goal contributions. But when I said this to him, is like, when's the last time we watched a game and we went, Bowen today, mate? Oh, he was the best player.
I see Somerville do that most games. Even games you're
even
losing.
Newcastle.
Even in Newcastle, Somerville's like looking sharp and he's looking to make things happen. But I'm not seeing Bowen do
Bowen should have been
anything.
dropped, in my opinion.
Do you think this weekend's his last game for West Ham, regardless?
No, I think if we stay up, he'll stay. If we go down, he could stay. There's rumours, but I think it's likely he'll go. I think it's likely he'll go, but I think he'll stay if we stay up.
The thing I've noticed of Bowen, his pace is gone. Like I was looking against Newcastle
His confidence.
on the wing. Yeah, but either it's gone or confidence or whatever. But he wasn't taking on the fullbacks. He just wasn't taking them on. He was cutting back, passing it. Whereas you'd expect him to at least take on a fullback.
You watch him. Funny enough, we had a comparison up the other day about the Newcastle. Sorry, my glasses are going off. Yeah.
Oh wait, you've stopped looking intelligent. I'm
Sorry.
back on now.
Yeah. So where is it? No. When you look at the Newcastle game from last year and this year, it's like watching chalk. It's like watching two different. Him and Wan-Bissaka, the two performances from last year to this year were like chalk and cheese. Honestly, you look, you'd think you was watching two different leagues, not even two different players, two different leagues of players. It's ridiculous.
Do you think he's declined, or is it just heart not in it?
I think he's.
Or he's scared of his father-in-law or
That's
something.
29.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, is the fact that he was so good at the start of the season.
No, he
so
wasn't
now
that. He wasn't that fucking good.
But no, he
wasn't that fucking good.
You didn't win a game until you played us,
No,
did
no,
you?
but
at the
he was
start?
scoring near enough every game.
He
Like,
wasn't
do you know what I mean? Like,
it wasn't. It's scoring and his
He was
playing
like
well.
falling out with the fans
He's
and
not-
you know
yeah,
having a
he-
go
no,
at
but
the
that
fans
wasn't
and all
playing
that.
well.
that was in January. That was
No, it
in
wasn't.
January. Yeah,
No, it was in the
yeah,
Carling
it was
Cup. It was in the
Carling
Car-
Cup.
it was in
the
Carling
first couple of
Cup.
months. It was the first month of the
Was that
season.
the Carling Cup one?
Yeah, when
I remember
we
you
went
had
to
an argument
Wolves.
over it. I remember watching it.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
brought Bowen up.
Oh, that was one of many arguments. But yeah, so that's the problem, is he's just not up to it. And it's like, say, like Maddison. I saw Maddison's been out for a year, and I saw him make more of an impact when he come on.
How did he miss?
Mate, I thought it was over.
Yeah,
when he went through like that, what a tackle. My heart was in my mouth. I think.
About a second before that, he backed Maddison goal or assist.
Yeah, I put it on. I was like, Madison's going to do something. I think literally, I put it on, and that second he went through. I'm like, oh my god, it's about to happen. But
And that free, I thought he'd score from that free kick towards the end of the
That was
zone.
awful.
Ballooned it, yeah.
That's
That was a great challenge from Hatto, but he could have made a decision a bit earlier.
no, but going back to West Ham, you after that game, you must have thought it's done.
It's over.
You get out, watch everyone.
I don't know
everyone
whether you
says
watched
it's
the morning after the game before, but I tell you, it's done. There's no way they don't get a point in the next two games.
Yeah.
But then I watched it and I thought maybe they might get a point in the next two games.
This is the one.
I don't know whether we're going to get any points in the next
But
two
this
games.
is like the constant cycle over the last couple of
Yeah,
weeks. After
yeah.
you watch West Ham's, it's done, it's
The amount
done.
of times
And
we've
then,
said that.
maybe it's not done.
We've said it so many times when we lost to Wolves, when we lost to Forest, like so many times we've said we're down, it's done.
Yeah, but
And
you're
then
talking
they put
about-
us back
I've seen
in.
you from
It's a
early
point
doors this
now.
season saying you're down.
It was that
was a
Forest
point.
one. I remember when we beat you 2-1
Yeah.
with that late penalty.
Yeah, with that cheeky.
All of
cheeky
you,
penalty, yeah.
all of you were like, it's over, it's over.
You got some cheek as well, talking about Man United being cheats when
Yeah.
you robbed us of 3 points at our ground, mate.
Your keeper punched him in the face, bro. What are you talking about? It's assault.
I'm trying to punch the fucking ball.
He punched him, no, man. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to ask you now.
Accidental.
Accidental, yeah. It's accidental.
That goal was fine. There was no problem with that goal.
Which, oh yeah, yes, exactly. Thank you, thank
Well, the
you.
Embuemo goal.
Embuemo, yeah.
Yeah, the Cunha goal. No.
Oh, that. I thought you were about penalty.
That was fine. It was accidental.
Bro, there's no screens now to protect you, right? Like, careful how you try and trigger me with that
It's
shit.
true, though.
It was true.
If you read the law,
I'm not
actually,
biting.
by the letter of the law.
Don't start going all
the law.
Terry Fleurs on me. Don't you dare. I've already had enough arguments with him this week,
By the letter
right?
of the law,
Yeah.
accidental
Are you going to
handball.
have to change this next season? This little sign there.
Oh no! Have you noticed though? Have you noticed? That's been flashing a little EFL sign a bit though.
That's it?
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Sky Bet Championship.
Will it end up there or there?
Good. No, who's done that? That's good production.
Well, do you remember that picture I had of the Spurs chicken on top of that
Oh,
ball? The
yeah,
new logo, it looked really good. Yeah. But anyway, let's move forward and look at this weekend. You've got who you guys got? You got Everton and you guys have got Leeds. Both at home, so you probably say slight advantage West Ham if I'm being objective about it. But
But also, you'd probably prefer to play Everton than Leeds right now.
Really?
I think so. Everton have been poor last 3-4
Well,
weeks.
let's.
Unbeaten in 8 games, aren't they? Unbeaten.
Yeah, Leeds are on fire.
Okay, so we're doing the
we're
whole
really
project
good.
onto the other team thing again
No, we're
instead of
saying
worried
who
about
you'd
what
rather
Spurs are going to do.
prefer.
Okay, fair.
Who'd rather play?
I will say this, right? When I look at it, I lean to us because our home form is good.
Yeah.
Spurs' home form is
dreadful.
bad. Leeds' away form is not good. Everton's away form
Is good.
pretty good.
But
Yeah.
also,
so that-
De Zerbi hasn't lost a home game yet. Drawn 2.
Has he
That's
won
all we
one?
need is a draw.
It doesn't need to win.
All right, fair.
Just
All
needs
we
to
need
draw.
is a draw.
Also, you look at our home games that we have drawn. Both our home games we drew.
How many has he played? Wait a minute.
Two.
That's a small sample.
That's not- yeah, no,
Oh, he hasn't lost a
We
home
played,
game.
we played Brighton and we
Yeah.
played, who was the other one? that we
Leeds.
played? Leeds.
And
We played two good sides.
And Brighton as well was
we
a
just-
last-minute goal, last kick of the game we drew, and the Leeds game was a bloody overhead
should
kick.
have
to the
lost.
There's
head.
always
You should have lost.
context.
I know, man. You
Anyway.
just gotta get
There's
straight on.
context with everything,
There's
mate.
football.
Well,
Football context.
let's go into some interesting context because I want to chuck this to Lawless. Your favourite manager could be the guy who saves you here. How are you feeling about your boy Moyes, man?
Listen, look, I can't rely on him, but if he does it, then listen. I'll
Will
be
you
there
apologise?
I'll apologise. I will petition for the statue. Everything.
Would you take him back?
Listen, if he does that and he wants to come back, mate, do what you want. Come back, because that is massive. That's bigger. It's bigger than the Conference League. It's bigger than the Conference.
Would you give up the
the
Conference League? Would you give up the Conference League to survive?
Well, I think because
No.
because I think what relegation will do to us, I think could be really damaging, and I think we could be.
Maybe it's the
in-
reset.
So that, yes.
Yeah,
I'm the
but
opposite.
that's what he thinks.
I'm the opposite. I think relegation would be good for us.
I just
Right at this minute. I think
because
it'd be good for us.
if you don't
So
come
do the
straight back up,
delegation in
like the
reverse.
thing is, if we go down, right, we're going to sell all our players, right? Then we have to
Good.
trust David.
But who's gonna buy 'em, man?
But we have to trust David Sullivan to replace these
But-
players
I
thought
and
he's
to
gone.
find the
What's
manager.
going
Yeah,
on
but
here? I thought
David
he's
Sullivan
done.
has done it before. Regardless of what you want to do,
Well-
he did do it the first time
Mate,
round.
that was 15 years ago.
It's still,
that
he's
was
still
15
he's
years
still
ago.
done it. He's still fucking done it.
Yeah, he got Big Sam, right, who, let's be, at the time, way too good for the Championship. He got Kevin Nolan in. Well, Sam got Kevin Nolan in. Way too good for the Championship. We're not going to get these...
We might keep Bowen.
We kept Colton Cole.
We might keep Bowen.
We might keep Bowen. But
we
what
might
if we
keep
don't?
Tatty. We might keep fucking-
Tatty, apparently Tatty's not willing to play Championship football.
Well.
But we'll see. But the thing is,
Suchek will still be there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, of course. He's not leaving anyway. So
But he would be great in the championship.
yeah, but
Harry Winks
maybe.
and Ollie Skip
I
available in
don't
League
trust.
One, mate.
I just don't trust David Sullivan. I don't trust him to get the appointment of the
Yeah,
manager.
but do you
right.
trust David Sullivan to get the players you need to stay in the Premier League for next season?
Well, I would rather stay up now,
What's the
right?
difference?
And give it because there's always a chance. We've had it that there's 3 worse teams. This season there wasn't. Last season there was.
So, but I don't want to go. This is my personal opinion. I don't want to go into a season relying on 3 worse teams. This team will not develop. This team, because no matter what happens, we have to sell players, right? We have to sell Premier League quality players.
We'd
If
have
you're
to
in
sell
the,
more if we're in the Championship.
so what? They're all shit anyway.
Well, I think that's a strong.
And that's the
statement.
God's honest truth. I would sell every single fucking one of them tomorrow, right? Every single one of them. There's not one of them I would keep. The only one I would probably keep is Mavropanos. But you sell them quality players, and then you've got to try and replace them. It's harder to replace Premier League quality players than it is to replace Championship quality players. You know what I mean? We need to sell
Yeah,
them
but Nicky,
players.
you're kicking the can down the road. Let's say you... No, what I'm saying is, let's say you do that, you buy the Championship players, and let's just say you get promoted.
Yeah.
Then what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Play those Championship
Then we've got
players?
to rebuild
Because you're going to have to
No,
do a
no.
Forest and buy 30
Rebuild
players.
what? What we've got to rebuild? We've got to fuck all.
No, but you're making the situation worse.
No, yeah.
At least you got a couple of Premier League
Then we
players.
just become a yo-yo club.
no,
Then
I
we
don't
just become a
believe
yo-yo club. Because the thing is, if we're in the Prem, right, say we stay up, right, and then we do rely on 3 worst teams, the longer we're up here, and because Sullivan's going to go eventually, he's going to go eventually. I want to outlast Sullivan where we're in the Premier League when he goes. So we're in a better position. And I think that there is probably more of a chance of him going if we're a Premier League team because we're going to be worth more money. If we go down, he might go, I'll get him up.
Do you know what
and then I'll
else?
sell
Do you
him."
know what else they can do if they go down? They can pump money in themselves.
But they won't. They could have done it this
No,
season.
they
and
can do it
didn't.
next season. They can do it next season if we go down.
But if
They-
they-
Who's
they-
got the
they
worst
can do that.
ownership?
Us, hands down, not even.
We've got a fucking shit ownership.
Yeah,
They've still got a worse ownership than
Yeah.
us.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, our ownership is.
But I mean, what your ownership for me did in January was criminal.
It was criminal.
Yeah.
100%.
I think they just looked at it and thought, oh, 12 points to these lot,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
fine and what
They
have
looked
you.
at
Daniel
They were
Levy was
like-
the problem.
Yeah, Daniel Levy's part of the problem, definitely. A lot of the situation we're seeing right now is because of Daniel Levy.
He had the foresight. He had the foresight to put all your new signings on relegation clauses, mate. He's kind of probably saved
Apparently,
your
some of them
club.
aren't. Javi apparently isn't on a relegation clause.
Is Gallagher?
No,
They won't be around anyway. It don't matter regardless. They won't be there.
Javi's got an
Javi will be.
ACL. He can't leave.
He's not leaving
He
yet
will
until.
leave.
How's
So
he-
who's going to
you
take
could
him?
put sign in
Buying a
him.
player with
someone
an
will sign
ACL.
What,
Not with an
until
ACL.
next
If you
Jan?
offer him for cheap enough, someone will.
No, because
But we're not going to offer him for cheap enough.
No one's gonna sign Javi Simmons. on it.
People have done that before.
yeah, but he's Nicky. He'll be
I don't think
fit in the
anyone's ever
next
been signed
transfer
with an
window in
ACL.
January.
Regardless,
Has he passed the medical?
okay,
Exactly.
Mate, have you seen our fucking medical record?
Yeah,
with
what,
that
we
at the
signing
time?
him? Are
We
we
signed
signing
fucking
him?
Benny McCarthy. He had a pair of tits.
They
Fucking good our medical was.
better hope we sign him then.
But it's what I'm saying is he can arrange a move next year. When he comes back, when he's fit, he can go again. He won't,
gonna be
he
back
won't be
till
playing
the-
in the championship. Believe me.
Yeah, we're not saying that. We're saying ain't no one buying a guy with an ACL.
Well,
man.
but there's plenty more of them.
And why would he move knowing he can't play? What's he on? Probably 200 grand, something
Yeah,
like
around
that.
that.
Yeah, maybe he would.
Do you know what I mean? He'll wait till January. Yeah, but he can go in the January window.
Yeah, because no one's going to pay him. Like, you're going to sign a player for money and then pay him 200 grand a week
Exactly.
not to play.
Do you know what? I'm going to say this, right? Regardless of what my thoughts are about going down and that, part of me does want to stay up because part of me wants to see you lot go down. And this is the thing.
Wouldn't you rather go down next
The
year than
biggest
now?
part, no, shut up. Dan. The biggest part of me wants to see you go down. I want to see how much kudos thinks Spurs is really in. That's how much I want. That's what I really want to see. I want to see how much it really is. That cockerel is really in his heart. Because we'll see when he's fucking flying back off to Atletico Madrid.
That Kudus one's that had done him in.
For me, it
bad.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about who we're going to send down. You know what I mean? We've seen West Ham go up and down and up and down. We've never seen Spurs get relegated. I can't go down.
You have
know what
been
I mean?
relegated, though.
Look, we're not
my
talking
life,
about
bro.
talking about 70s, 60s before we were born
I'm
about
just
winning
saying,
European
don't
Cups.
don't
and
act
getting
like
relegated.
it didn't happen.
I'm saying I have never seen Spurs get relegated. I've never seen Spurs get
You've
relegated.
also never seen Spurs win the league.
I've never. What's that?
I'm just saying, man.
But we have won the league, haven't we?
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, exactly. But I bet you still go on about it. But you won't go on about your relegations. You'll just go, yeah, we've got league titles, but you've also got relegations. Mate.
Just
The
like me and my
only
two
title I've been
stars.
going on about
Yeah.
is the Europa League title from last season. But
Let's not talk about Europe.
look,
Did you see that final last night?
That's not talking
I
about-
wouldn't claim that trophy anymore.
Yeah,
I think the one we won was better
I
than
would
that.
definitely give up the Europa League for stay up. 100%.
Seriously?
100%.
You're mad.
I don't know if I would.
You're
I
mad.
don't know if I would. You can't take away trophies. Relegation you can always fix. Trophies
You can't
are there.
take away a relegation either.
It will always
yes,
be
you
on your
can.
name.
It took me 23
Relegation
years.
is just a temporary state of being in another division.
23 years, Sim. 23 years.
What?
It's not easy. My last relegation.
That's you.
That's
Yeah, and we're a bigger club than you, man.
that's
23
you.
years.
Yeah.
It's been 25 since your last promotion. That was the problem.
There's no guarantee, but look where they are now. You're back in the Premier
Yeah,
League.
back.
You're in
Just.
the Europa League. You're looking for big.
Well,
Would you
Europa League.
take Nottingham Forest's situation, wait 23 years to come back up?
I
that Europa
wouldn't.
League?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't wait 23 years.
So you would give up the trophy for
No,
that?
not for no. For you asked me, would I for relegation? Would I swap the
Yeah,
trophy?
but I don't see you
wouldn't.
coming back up next
Of
season.
course we will. We'll come
The
straight back
problem
up.
is, and we found this out last time, is when you're a big club going down, you're everyone's cup final.
Yeah.
Especially when they come to your ground. It's such a big deal for them. They play like they've never played before against your team.
Yeah.
Like that's why we ended up having to go up via the playoffs. We
And-
didn't even win the
and-
league.
and-
With the quality team we
Apparently,
had.
you
that was
going down
us.
is going to cost us all more in taxes as well, the bastards.
the mayor was saying they didn't want to get behind us. It's just
Sadiq.
fucking
Well, yeah, but that's why. Like I just.
You think in the 70s we got relegated in 77, and the 3 years before that we won the UEFA Cup. You think that would swap it? Yeah, UEFA
No,
Cup.
but the thing
It's
is,
a different time
relegation. Yeah, relegation then wasn't what it is. So much money in football
Yeah.
now. Like relegation now is much more of a death knell than it was then.
Yeah,
And
100%.
The problem is going down. Like I said, you have to try and come back up straight away. But then you come back up, and all of a sudden now you've got a team of championship players, right? If you haven't kept most of your Premier League team, and then you've got to try and rebuild to be a team that can stay in the league. and
I
stabilise.
don't think we'll have trouble doing it.
Oh, you will
You've got
have trouble.
So much faith.
I
It's
don't
such a
Leicester.
circle.
I'll tell you what, did you see the stat? Burnley finishing 19th will get more money than Barca
I
winning
saw
La
that. That's
Liga.
ridiculous, isn't it?
And that tells you the levels of importance this money is in the Premier League. And the problem is, whichever one of you goes down, you will lose players. I think you'll both testify to that. And then when you come back up, you're going to have to bridge that gap back just to make sure you're surviving again, which
You've
is
done
going to
it.
need investment.
You've done it.
I got
Sunderland done
Marinakis. I got and you know we always.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is sometimes you get them little one-season wonders. You know what I mean? Where they come up and you're a
Well,
surprise
they're not a
package.
one-season wonder, are
Well, they was in a way under
no,
Cooper,
are they?
because they've been down in relegation battles. They had that sort of little flutter.
They've also
under
been up
Nuno.
in Champions League battles.
Well,
They're not a one-season wonder.
thank
They're
you,
still
Nicky.
here.
But I'm talking about the season after Cooper, because what happens is when you come up, teams don't respect you. You're a surprise package, right? So then you can go and play on the can. You can do teams that way because they're not looking at you and going, right, we have to, you know, sit a bit deeper.
Second
against
season
these.
syndrome. It's happened with a
Yeah,
few clubs.
it happens with so many clubs. We see them come up. They do brilliant. Sheffield United. Remember Sheffield United? They came up that season. They finished
Huddersfield.
Yeah, it happened.
But then you get clubs like Bournemouth that went down. They've completely rebuilt.
They're a well-run club.
Shut
That's
up.
the
But
problem.
they're better than they've ever been now.
Yes, because they're
chasing
we're
the
not,
Champions
we're
League.
not a well-run club,
No,
Nick.
but
You've got to come to terms with that. They're a well-run
Bournemouth are
club.
like the likes of Brighton and Brentford
Brighton.
and
Yeah,
proper well-run
pointless.
clubs.
Yeah.
Yes, we are
Pointless.
two horrendously run clubs, so
Yeah.
you're relying on your ownership to have a structure that's going to actually put you in place.
I honestly think, and I think it for them as well, I think this is the sort of like the thing that's going to shock them into doing something decent, because we can't get away with it anymore. We can't.
Well,
Bad that.
let's get back to the games, right? Keeping this on track. You got Everton. You're rubbish at home.
Correct.
2 wins all season.
2 wins all season. But
Yeah.
how
No
many
wins
draws?
in 26.
6 draws.
6 draws.
So now we're leaning on the draws, pulling
many
out the
losses?
chest of draws.
We need the draws.
You work out the math.
Draws keep
yourself.
us safe.
Draws does keep you safe. How do you think you approach this game? Because, look, I'll give you a perspective. When Forest, and I hate to say it, was playing Villa, we took a 1-0 lead into that leg, and I felt we went too defensive. I almost felt, knowing that we had the lead, messed up our kind of game plan. Do you think, knowing that a draw is good enough,
You play for the draw.
you play? Yeah, is what I'm asking.
I don't think that's De Zerbi's game. I don't think he'll play for the
Can't
draw.
do
I think
that.
he'll go play to attack, act like it's, you know, just any other. You got to act like it's any other game. Just go play your game and try win the game. We are doing the welcoming the team bus before the game.
Oh, that worked out.
Yeah. How did that go last time? Yeah.
Doesn't matter
Don't
how it
worry.
went last time.
Don't worry, Everton did it the first time. They lost 4-1, and then they ended up staying up. So that's what we're hoping.
I can't believe you lot doing that bus wanker thing again.
Apparently, it
Man.
was requested personally by De Zerbi.
Deserve
Derby's playing
He weren't
4D
there last
chess.
time then.
He wasn't. It was
4D chess. He
Tudor.
knows exactly where to move the pieces. Look, De Zerbi only knows one way to play, and that's to try and win games and play football. He doesn't
And he
know.
starts Kolo Mawani every week.
Yeah, we have no
Yes,
choice.
yes,
We have no
yeah.
choice.
He
We've
could-
got
What do you
no
mean
one
he has
else.
no
Yeah, but
choice?
you can play
Play who?
players anywhere.
Who?
I was speaking to Tobe yesterday. He was like, I don't care if you have to put a midfielder up
There
there.
you go.
put
You're
anyone
talking about
there.
playing a midfielder.
Colin
But
But
he's playing against you. He's so bad.
He's awful. but
I'd
we-
put Vicario on the wing ahead of him. He's that bad, man. Seriously.
Well, that's why De Zerbi's manager at Tottenham, and you're here.
Yeah, well, no matter, man. I think anyone can see. What you're going to tell me?
Thomas
He's telling me he
was the
should be
manager
playing.
at Tottenham.
And he was awful.
Yeah, there you go. So being the manager of Tottenham is no high honour. Let's be honest.
The higher one of them sitting here.
A little bit.
The way we approach games, I think, since De Zerbi's come in, we're much better at keeping the ball. We're actually conceding a lot less chances. You look at the goals we concede, it's a lot further down. So I'm looking at the game against Everton. What we're going to do is we're going to try and, draw out the pressure. We're going to try and exploit any space they leave. We're going to try and cut any chances that they have to a minimum, but just by keeping the ball, not by sitting in a low block. And we are going to try and win the game. And both our games at home, we should have won them. I know we drew, but we should have won both those games. So I'm looking at it thinking, if we play like we did in those other 2 games, we'd probably get the draw.
Is that the
difference
right
is you
tactic?
played more attacking teams. Now you're playing
Yeah.
Moyes. And
Yeah.
Moyes,
Yeah,
Counter.
Moyes is a very,
like,
very
he
tough
can
one.
Moyes you up, mate. Because you're playing the attacking front foot football. He can be ready for that. He loves that.
It
That's
seems
the
like
bread and
Everton
think
are on
someone's
the
been in
beach. Though.
prison
It does
for
seem
being
like that,
voiced
doesn't it? Like, the last 3-4 games, they just haven't been the same.
Yeah, I think the problem is the pressure was on for European football. Maybe now the pressure's off. You're going to see, and they really like the pressure is on Moyes in a way in his job, because I've seen a lot of Moyes out. When the players, they kind of have nothing to play for, and sometimes that's when.
It's dangerous.
And Dan, that happened to us last season. We played them when they were on the beach. And it's back into the season pushing for Champions League. And they turned up and did us 1-0. It was a mistake by Murillo, but they still outplayed us. We couldn't get. They got some giants. I don't know who's fit. I don't know if there's any team news
I don't think
out on this.
Spurs.
No, not for you, for Everton.
Braithwaite, yeah.
Is he fit?
I don't think so.
The main thing I'm worried
O'Brien
about...
was a giant against Forest.
It's individual errors that keep screwing us week in, week out. That's the thing that we need to snuff out. If we don't commit these overhead kicking someone in our box or fucking Moani just playing Cole Palmer for one goal, like these are the things that we need to snuff out.
You keep on saying we need to snuff it out. This is the last
last
chance,
game,
mate.
yeah.
Like, you can't snuff it out after this. It's got to be now or never.
Yeah.
It is
I think
now
we're
or
all
never.
right for a draw. I think we'll get a draw.
The only thing is, I think what the tendency we've had for the whole season, but especially under De Zerbi, what I've noticed is there are certain moments in the game we do panic, and especially I remember Sunderland game we panicked, the Leeds game after we conceded we massively panicked in that game, and all of a sudden the passing game and all the stuff that we're doing under Zerbi goes out the window, and he's just lumping the ball forward, and all the players lose their minds. Against Chelsea, once we conceded, all the players lose their heads. I am worried if we do go 1-0 down in this game at any point, if we do drop in the relegation zone and we hear somewhere the West Ham are winning.
How's the crowd going to be as well? I think that's going to play.
You're going to be there because you're probably going to be following updates. Everyone's going to be getting updates.
Everyone will be getting updates. I think the crowd will be doing
It's
their
going to be
job.
a highly emotional day,
Yeah, it will be.
regardless what happens.
I will be. I'm just worried. We haven't won a single game from behind this season. So if we do go
any manager?
any manager, we haven't won a single game from going behind. So if we do go concede first,
It's going to be panic
I'm worried.
stations. Yeah.
Then I'm worried because we've seen the anxiety and the nervousness filter into this team already this season a few times.
If we go 1-0 down, we're 100% losing. 100%.
But even if you lose, I don't have enough faith in you lot doing shit, man. Like,
No.
I don't know. I'm starting to
I actually
think,
think we're going to win.
how?
You said that about Newcastle.
Yeah, but I
You said that about every game.
But
Yeah.
our home
record
form
is good,
is,
yeah, it's
is
decent.
good.
It's
The
decent.
thing is, we do step up at home, and Nuno is less inclined to
But
start.
the pressure's more on West Ham in this game than ever before.
I don't think so. I think it's
gotta
less.
be.
I think we've already accepted that we're down. All the
No,
crowd
we're
have
in the
already-
dressing room and they
I don't
haven't
think
accepted
so.
it.
I think they've already sort of, it's out,
accepted
it's
it,
out
it's
of our
done.
hands.
Yeah,
We've all accepted it. We're just going to go out there. We're going to play with freedom, and whatever happens, happens. At the end of the day, we lost it last week. That's my opinion.
No, we have to
I've got
win.
a feeling that we're going to win,
Yeah,
and
we
you're
have
going to lose. And I've got a feeling that you go down, and I don't want that to happen. Really, I want us to go down. So,
What? You
well, I just told you I prefer the reset.
No,
You said the bigger part of you wants to see
Delegation,
No, no,
delegation
no, no,
right here,
it
man.
doesn't, it doesn't.
Nicky-gation, man.
He's going to be sitting there and hearing Spurs score and go,
Yeah. Are you at the game? Are you at the game?
Yeah, of course I'm at the game.
So you get in there celebrating when they scored. The rest of your
No, of
fans
course
around
not.
you are thinking
Of
they've
course
conceded,
not.
man.
Of course not. Listen, I will be happy if we stay up, but there's a part of me that really wants this to go because I just think, and this is the God's honest truth, I just think that we're in for a fucking really, really poor season next season.
You said
It's
that
gonna
to
be-
me all season. You
Yeah.
think even if you
Even
survive,
if
you
we
go
survive,
down
and
next
it's gonna
year?
be-
Yeah, but we've had
it's
four
just
seasons.
delaying the inevitable. That's my opinion.
But I would rather
But I still
delay
think
it.
we're going to stay up.
I would rather delay the inevitable than go down
Yeah,
against
I do agree. Yeah, if
Do
it
you
was
know
anyone
what I mean?
else, I'd probably
This
just tell
is-
her the same
yeah,
thing.
that's
I
the
do.
thing.
I do. There is a little bit of me.
But I think there is going to be because I think the players we have to win our game. Like, because the thing is, if they lose and we don't win, heads will need to roll.
Yeah, that's true.
Heads
yeah.
will need to roll. Win our game, right? If we win our game and they win, well, we won our game. But in the same token, I tell you what, if we go down on goal difference, mate, I'll be fuming because we're going to go back and look at all these games.
But
and
do you know?
go,
Do you know what would be the more interesting thing is if your fans can sit there now and sit there and think to yourself, we're not as fucking good as we thought we were. Because all I've
Nicky,
ever
that's
heard,
never going to happen.
all
Nicky,
I've ever heard from Spurs fans is how we're not rivals, mate. It's gone down to the last game.
We are
Relegation
100%
battle.
rivals
This
now.
season, we are the definition of rivals.
where were you last
Quite
season?
literally,
Where
bro.
were you
Last season, it was the same. right? You've got
If we
to,
finish
you've
above them,
got,
thinking
you've got
about
to
you
start
last
to, you've got to
season.
start.
No, but last season was an anomaly
you've got
according to all
you've got
Spurs fans.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
an
they won a
anomaly.
trophy. That was an anomaly.
You know, you've got to start to admit that
Tell you,
you're
this is not
not.
going to happen for a very long time. Spurs down. in the
Enjoy it
relegation
while it
zone.
lasts.
Wait, hold
You're
on.
not going to be in the same
You
division
were
next
just saying
season.
about
Yeah.
your ownership, right? So you trust Edict, all of that to go,
don't-
right, let's
The
fix
reason
it.
why we're in this
got.
position is because of the injuries that we got. If we didn't get these injuries,
Yeah,
we
but-
wouldn't be
but
down
guess
here.
what?
What was
The
the
injuries because of your-
what was the excuse last year?
Yeah.
Injuries as well.
Keep on using that excuse.
Yeah, but we keep getting double-digit injuries.
Yeah,
And
It's
also, we went
crazy.
to the
Well,
Europa
whose
League
fucking
final,
fault was
didn't we?
Yeah, but it's not out of luck.
We
It's
went to the
because
Europa League final.
It's
Yeah.
because your physios, your medical staff are fucking awful. You had a guy doing an ACL and getting him to do jumps, jumping up. Go, all right, go jump up
That's
down.
bad,
for
man.
me.
If I
That's
was him, I'd have
sackable.
probably
That's sackable,
sued him.
yeah.
To be
Like,
honest.
it's not like, oh, we were just
done that.
unlucky.
I agree with that. We have terrible medical
That
teams.
happened to me in Jamaica. Right, I went
What,
to
you did
Jamaica.
your ACL?
I've done every ligament in his knees, in both knees. Right, I had no ligaments in my knees. The only thing that's holding it together is, and they strapped me up with a bandage and went to me, go on then, off you go. As I stood up, right, obviously it was so bad, my knees just started going like that. My legs were going inwards like that. There was nothing supporting me. And I was like, well, I don't think I could walk, boys. And he's like, we'll have another look. And then he went, oh yeah, you've done every ligament. There's no ligaments holding your knees together. It was just basically two bits of bone like balancing on top
Did
of
they
each
work
other.
for Spurs?
Yeah, now
Yeah, then Spurs eyed.
That was Spurs physio, yeah.
Spurs eyed him. But yeah, so
But this is the delusion. Like, I'm hearing from Spurs
Well,
fans.
look, if we,
No, I'm hearing from Spurs fans. You will be in the top four next
We're not in
season.
the same division.
We can't be.
no, yeah, by
We can't be
that,
next
by
season.
that definition.
By that
So
definition,
what
we're
are you
not.
saying then?
No, but we'll be right.
One of us is not going to be in the
Fair
Premier League.
point.
next
Okay,
season.
then the same if you go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can't.
Right.
say-
Then who's bigger?
Huh?
Then who's bigger? Who's
Yeah.
bigger?
Well, if you go down.
No, bigger is a different element.
Nowhere
to
near our
rivals.
right. No, come on, man.
Big is a different conversation.
We're closer than you
bigger.
think.
We're big. We're a bigger team.
We're
Bigger
shit.
Club. We're not talking about good.
We are fucking shit.
We're shit as
But
well.
it's just about time you
We're talking about
you just
bigger.
sat down.
Yeah.
You sat down with everyone and just
Yeah.
went, look, boys, we've got to come to the conclusion that we are fucking shit, and we have to
I
just
think we've been
accept
saying that
it.
all season.
I don't.
Trust me,
Yeah,
no
but I
one
don't
knows
think
we're
you
shit
believe
all the
it.
time.
I don't think you believe it. Here's the,
Under deserving next season.
exactly.
We've got all them injuries coming back.
That's it, innit? All I hear is when the
I did say
injuries are
to say
back,
next year we're getting back into
underdeserving.
Europe. Next
Here
year.
we
Oh,
go.
man, here we go.
We're getting back into Europe next season.
I'm sure I remember hearing under Thomas Frank.
I didn't say that. I wasn't
Oh, do
saying
you remember
that.
after the
both did
PSG
that.
game?
I wasn't saying
After the
that.
PSG game, the Spurs fans, man. After you bottled that game, by the way.
Forget that. No, but in terms of who's bigger, that's a different question.
With a star boy post for the
when it
Cougars and all
comes
that.
to fan base, when it comes to money, when it comes to trophy cabinet,
Listen,
we're the bigger team.
I've got no doubt about that. I've got no doubt about you being bigger.
What are you asking?
But you're just as shit as us now. That's what you've
Oh,
got to
yeah,
start
well,
admitting now. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
In-
Like,
in reality,
last season,
we'll see who's as shit as who.
We'll
We'll
see
see
who's
on
in the
Sunday. That's when we'll see who's as shit.
Here we go. Here
One
we
team is going to
go.
be in the Championship and one team is going to be in the Premier League.
regardless of what it is, it's by a point.
It doesn't
One-
matter.
1 point.
We'll be playing in different divisions.
But
That's
yes,
the fine
we will
margins.
do.
That's
Yeah,
the
they
fine
are the
margins
fine
of the
margins. But I'm
Premier
just
League.
saying,
That's the fine
last
margins.
season when we sat there at the end of the season, we've always said we're shit. And you're saying, I said, well, how can he be any better at Tottenham? You finished 17th. That'll never happen again. Yeah, you might finish 18th.
Yeah. Do you remember? It was. It was.
That'll never happen again.
Yeah, fluke,
That'll
yeah,
never
yeah.
happen again.
Anomaly,
Fluke season,
yeah.
it's an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's happening again, regardless
Yeah.
what happens.
So-
So you got to start.
You're
sit down.
praying for back-to-back 17th finishes. Like you're actually praying for that.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Praying
I
with
remember-
all my might.
17th again, ole ole.
I remember when we played them first time round this season, I said,
well done.
oh,
It's really-
there we go. It's got heated. It's got heated. Things are getting broken. Yeah.
There we go. There's our clickbait title.
Nicky destroys his
Right.
Actually, I might put that in.
So let's figure this out, boys.
Nicky destroys the We Are Tottenham TV set.
It was like when DX went and invaded WCW. Anyway, how's this going? Final day of the season, boys. Are any of you going to back down from your club?
No.
Do you think you survive?
We'll
Go on,
definitely
we'll start
survive.
at you, boys.
I
How? And I want
I
to play out a
think,
scenario.
for my opinion, I think we both win 1-0. I think it's a tense affair. You score an early goal. And you keep it. Nuno shuts up shop, seals the win. We go 0-0 into the latter stages of the game. It's a very tense affair. We get last 10 minutes. Richarlison goal from a corner.
Richarlison?
Yeah, he's just right place, right time.
Will that be
and
from
we
a
win
deliberate
1-0.
assist from Sarr again or not?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not backing down. We win, they lose.
Yeah.
We win, they lose.
Nah, I see it differently from that. I think Spurs going to go 1-0 up early. I think the atmosphere is going to be big, and I think they'll ride off it. I think Everton score, equalise late on. We'll get a draw. I think West Ham get a draw as well, 1-1.
They're going to make us sweat. I know that. It's not going to be easy whatever happens.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if we make them sweat,
Who's more nervous?
I think we're more nervous.
We're not
yeah, because you're not nervous. It's you're
He's
down
nervous.
already.
He's nervous.
I'm nervous.
I think no, because right now you're 2 points behind. You're down essentially already.
Yeah.
So anything that happens from now is a bonus. From now, but for us, it's different. It's very different.
We just don't know how it feels like this to go to the last game, like being in the relegation thing. It's like this is
Welcome.
new.
This is the new norm.
This is new for us.
the new norm.
Well,
This ain't the new. We won't be here next year.
Yeah, he'll be in the championship.
Nah.
But this is so you think you're going to
We're
be
coming
back up
for
in
you,
Europe
Wolfie.
and
Don't you worry.
everything?
We'll be coming for you.
We'll see, mate. We'll
We're coming
see.
for you.
Like the thing is, I'd sort of accepted it after Newcastle. I said we were down, and I was so angry. And I watched the Chelsea game, and I was like, I'm back. And now it's just like the possibility is there for us to stay up and Spurs to go down. And because I want it so bad, it makes me so nervous because it's going to hurt. I don't care whether we can say we thought we was going to go down ages ago, we accepted it. It's going to hurt. I don't want relegation. And I'm going to be devastated. And listen, whoever stays up at the other one's expense, you're always going to have that. We relegated you. We sent you down. It's always
That lives
gonna
with
be-
the ages, man.
Yeah, that will never hear the end of it. And they will never hear the end of it. And they'll definitely never hear the end of it if we send them down.
It was mad as well, because what game was it where you filled in for Nicky?
Oh, yeah.
I
What?
was after Everton.
Was it
After they beat
after
Everton.
What did we do?
We beat Wolves, but we got Javi and Solanke both went off injured.
Oh yeah, and we
Yeah.
were like depressed, and he was grinning ear to ear.
Yeah,
like a Cheshire cat.
yeah.
Were they ahead of you at that stage?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
were
was
2 points
in the
ahead.
bottom.
They were
Bloody
2
hell.
points ahead of us.
But this is the thing. When they've had a chance to pull away, they fucked
Yeah.
up. When
Yeah.
you've had a chance to do it,
see it,
you've
yeah.
messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, because
I don't know
looked
how
at
this
our
goes.
fixtures at that point. When we was on that show, I looked at our fixtures and I thought, yeah, like our fixtures versus their fixtures. Like, we got Palace who are going to be focused on Europe and all of this, and we just bottled it.
Doesn't work like that though.
Yeah, but they don't work like that when a manager don't even try to
No,
win
no,
games of
yeah,
football.
he's a
That's the
dickhead.
problem. Like I said, the Palace, I'll look back on that and go, why?
Yeah.
Why did you
That's
not
the
do
one I
everything
see
to
for
try
them.
and
No, you
win
got to
that?
look at the Newcastle one. The Newcastle one's
No, but at
criminal.
least Newcastle, okay, yeah, Newcastle is criminal, but I feel like Newcastle were there for the taking in terms of compared to what they usually
So
are.
did Palace.
But Palace was
They
so...
rested all their players. They rested a few players.
Palace was so... And I looked at the game...
And they were drunk.
Yeah, they were not even in for it, but we just didn't go for it. We should have been throwing everything at them.
Yeah.
But it was like, a good point. And good point.
Well, we'll see if it's a good
when you're
point.
up at
won't we?
Newcastle, I heard all the Newcastle fans were saying, "Oh, you know what? We actually want you to win."
Yeah, but
The
it doesn't-
Newcastle fans wanted us to
but
win.
it doesn't work like that. You got to do your own job.
I hear there's a narrative forming within the West Ham fan base saying that Premier League want us to stay up because we offer more money to the Premier League.
Yeah,
Is that actually
there's something-
what you lot are saying?
Listen,
I'm not.
I've seen that.
subscribing to that. to be
I've
honest.
seen that said. I've seen it.
Yeah, but
I've
I'm not
seen.
Wait, how are they offering more money than you?
No,
No, they do, 'cause they're
want
part of the top
Spurs
six.
to stay up.
They
If
say-
they did, they would
say
have given
that-
them every fucking VAR decision.
We're
They would
getting
give the penalty
nothing.
on Sunday, wouldn't they? So what's the fucking? It's not. It can't be true.
Oh, they
He
do.
thinks it's true, though.
It is true. I do as well.
Some truth in it.
I think there is.
How?
Yeah.
Some
How?
decision.
Hold on. How can you in one breath say that Arsenal were given a PGMOL title,
Yeah.
and then in another breath say that
They're getting the
there's nothing in
decisions.
the truth in what he's
They're getting
saying?
decisions. We're not getting any.
You've had decisions this season, man.
Name me decisions we've had this
This is where I
season.
sit on it, right?
Name me
We haven't
decisions
had
we've
one
had this
penalty.
season.
Zero penalty.
Attack into the box, you might get something.
We should have had a penalty against Chelsea. We should have had a penalty against Leeds.
No, you shouldn't.
We have fouls.
Leeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the ball. He didn't.
Oh,
He
do me
didn't
a
get the
favour,
ball.
man.
Wait, you're saying he didn't make contact with the
He
ball?
didn't.
He did,
There's
he
a
did.
new angle. There's a new angle.
Is that the We Are Tottenham TV angle, yeah?
There's 2 super slow-mo.
Ben sitting here with his camera like that. See, I told you.
Bring up the angle. Have you got it?
Release the tape. Release the tape.
I've heard about this. We are Tottenham TV angle.
Because Madison touched it. Madison touched it.
It is what it is. We're both we're against Brentford. We got told that we should have had 2 penalties.
I feel like we've had more apologies than you have.
Yeah,
because they don't even bother apologising to us anymore.
Yeah, it's just part of the course, whatever. No penalties.
All right.
But to say that they want us down and the way that, you know what I mean? It's just...
I think they would prefer
What, them down?
us. Than them.
No, you down.
So he Cole said everyone in London is West Ham.
Look, you see? It's just like touching a ball.
No, it's Mad. No, where's the video? It's Madison's touching it.
Oh, mate, listen.
Madison's foot.
He did. He can't.
Madison's
he could never
foot.
do
Where's
that.
the super duper slow mo?
Wait,
Right, but the
you're relying on
the thing is
Twitter
this,
now.
right? I do think there's things in that because I remember Richard Scudamore saying that Man United not reaching the Champions League is a tragedy for English football. So there's definitely something in it, but I don't think it applies to
Eddie Khan said if West Ham go down, it'll cost a tackle.
Yeah, but he's not on the PGMOL.
You think he does have influence? Then they
Eddie
have
Khan needs to
Who
fucking
does
sort
have
out the fucking
influence?
stabbings going on.
yeah, but you know what? I think the thing
He cares
is,
more about the money going out of the
Apparently
pocket.
Prince William did say to Daniel Levy he wants to see us stay up.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, the royal family.
yeah, but the thing is, I could.
But to be fair, right, for your benefit, it is in everyone's interest that we stay up. Like, to be honest, because of the tax money. And that's the problem. So anyone that's unpatriotic,
Are you running for office?
schools, everything, mate.
Do you know why I think it would be more beneficial for us to stay up? Do you know why I think it would be more beneficial for us to stay
It's
up?
good money for the other
because
teams
I think
in
you
the
are more
EFL.
likely to challenge higher in the league next season. That's
Yeah.
the reason why I think people.
Beneficial for other teams.
Everton, Everton.
Oh, they'll want us to go
Newcastle,
down, yeah.
yeah.
And I just think everyone just has a general dislike for Spurs.
It'd be funny, wouldn't it? It'd just be funny.
Is Nuno going to stay regardless?
I hope fucking not.
I've heard that they're begging him to stay. I think
Begging him?
Yeah, they're really desperate for him to
He'll
stay.
sort you out next season.
I think he'll go. Oh, shut up! You said that this season.
But I did not. Go watch back what we did. No, I didn't.
I'll go and
I
say
said he will creep you over the line,
no, you
and then
didn't.
he will sort you out after a
Hold on a
pre-season.
minute.
Bring the tape up.
You told
Bring
me.
the tape up.
tape.
Bring the tape
But
up.
when we got him, and I'll tell you exactly
Go
what
on,
he told
what
me,
I say?
you'll be fine.
Yeah, and you will be fine.
Well,
And then what did I say after that? I said, give him a
What's your
pre-season.
predictions?
Mine.
Yeah.
I'm neutral in this. I
You're never
You
shy
are
about
not neutral.
predictions.
You are the most
Never,
powerful
ever.
neutral thing you've ever seen.
You are never shy about your prediction, Wolfie.
I'm not convinced either of you win.
Yeah.
well, you
So you
changed
think
it. You
Spurs
just
stay
said
up?
we'll be fine.
Yeah, you just.
That suited my narrative from a minute ago, right?
I think he's right.
I just see a scenario you both lose.
Why'd you say you just?
No, I
you just now you're contradicting
No, I am
yourself.
doing.
Would you shut up and let people talk? Right?
You're just
Who brought him here?
Because you're contradicting yourselves. He just said we win, they don't.
Because
win.
we're starting to think about things, Dan. And your opinion changes. You know what I mean?
With new evidence.
You just folded like a pack of cards. I know. He's like, oh, you both lose. Yeah, you're right. There's no logic behind it. There's no explanation.
No, my logic was you both shit. That's all it is.
So you think Spurs are staying up? So all your
That's what it
plans
means.
all season to send Spurs down. What's going on
He's
here?
abandoned me.
Message
haven't-
each other every night with all these.
Look, I didn't even get to
At the
finish
end of
my
the day-
sentence. Right?
At,
Yeah,
at
we
the end,
always
at the
win.
end of the day, regardless of what we say here and what we do, it's down to them fucking
Yeah.
44 players on Sunday, and we'll see what happens.
Well,
All right.
justify what you're.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please,
justify it, Wolfie.
All right, I think you're shit, so you lose. And I also think you're shit, right? However, what I think will play out is Dr. Tottenham. I just see something weird happening. Like, you will be 0-0 till like the 87th minute and you'll concede some dumbass goal. They'll be drawing or something, and then suddenly Nuno will realise, oh shit, I better put some attackers on. Something's going to happen late in this game. Something's going to happen.
Kolo Muani will play like Beto through on goal, and then Matty's tail will come and overhead kick him in the head.
Exactly, something
I mean?
stupid like that, you know. And I just think, I don't know.
There's a twist in the tail.
There's a
isn't there?
twist somewhere. I just think you lot fucked it up when you had a chance to pull away from them. You lot fucked it up now when you had a chance to pull away from them. And I think there's one more twist. I really do. But objectively speaking, I don't see either of you winning. I don't. And I
I'll
think
take
you lot
that.
would take that.
I'll take
You would
that.
happily
I'd
take
take that, yeah.
2 losses, 2 L's. You'd
If
celebrate
West Ham don't win this
shamelessly and
weekend,
out.
I'm fine
Yeah.
with whatever happens.
Will you be celebrating if you lose and you stayed up?
I'll be celebrating in relief.
Listen,
Last day limbs.
I will go nuclear on them players if we do not win that game.
If West Ham
And
stay up, will there be a
manager.
pitch invasion?
Well, I don't think
No.
so. I don't think.
Do you know how long it takes to get to the pitch from the stands, man?
Well, you haven't been Ubers.
We can't afford the Ubers to the pitch.
They'll have a pitch because they do bus parades and
Yeah,
all that
bus
stuff,
wankers,
innit?
yeah.
We're having a parade. Whatever happens, we're having a parade on Sunday.
Oh, North London is, yeah.
You heard me there, I was breathing when I was walking up the stairs. How do you think I'm going to get to the pitch?
All right, so you're all saying your team survive.
Yeah.
When are you going down?
And you're saying Spurs survive.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not.
are.
I'm not. Spurs are going down. I'll stick to my prediction. I told you guys months ago you were going down. Be careful. You still wanted to bet with me.
You said
that
neither of them are
by the
gonna-
way, when are you
neither
paying
of
up?
them.
Hold on. When are you paying up? You said you'd finish ahead of Forest. How's that
You don't
worked
bet.
out for you?
I thought you don't bet.
I don't bet. I can take a one-way bet though. We need
Do
to.
you know what I would say though, and I've heard this story, and I wish our owners had the bollocks of this, right? So when they was in danger of going down, we've got players now coming out saying, and you've obviously got players going out saying, I'm not going to play in the Championship. Marinakis walked in the changing room and went, I'm rich enough to make every single one of you fucking stay here, right? So you're either playing in the fucking Premier League with Nottingham Forest or you're not playing in the fucking Premier League at all. And he walked out. Look how they started performing.
We always win. You guys love that picture. He's got
What
Marinakis,
happened in the
Gibbs White.
semi-final of Europa League?
They
We
lost.
won the first leg.
Yeah, first leg, fourth first.
But we're here to talk about this. So you lot in the chat, let us know who goes down. Give us your predictions.
live?
We need some receipts.
No, it's not live.
It means in the comments.
In the
Right,
comments,
okay.
yeah. In the comments, we want your scenario. How does this play out? Anything else to cover off, boys? Call
Come
it
on, you
there.
Irons.
So make sure you've liked,
This is it.
make
This is
sure
it.
you're
This is it.
subscribed to all 3 channels, and let's see who's playing Derby next season.
Come on, you Spurs.